How can I identify awkward phrasing in my college essay? Imagine trying to have a conversation with someone who keeps tripping over their words or speaking in riddles. That's what awkward phrasing can do to your college essay. It makes your writing hard to follow, less convincing, and less memorable to admissions officers. So, how do you spot these tricky spots and fix them? Let's walk through some straightforward ways to identify awkward phrasing in your essay. Start by reading your essay out loud. When you say your sentences aloud, you'll notice if any sound strange or stumble. If you have to pause or repeat a sentence to understand it, that's a sign it needs rewriting. Listening to your own voice helps catch issues that aren't obvious on paper. Next, look for sentences that seem too long or complicated. If a sentence has many ideas packed into it, it can confuse the reader. Break long sentences into shorter ones, each focusing on one main idea. For example, instead of saying, "I believe that because of my experiences, I have grown as a person and learned to value teamwork," you could say, "My experiences have helped me grow as a person. I have also learned to value teamwork." Clear and simple sentences are easier to follow. Watch out for wordiness. Sometimes, writers add extra words that don't add meaning. For example, "It is my opinion that one of the primary reasons for which the news media lends itself to such exaggerations in their coverage of health risks is entertainment," can be simplified to, "I think the news media exaggerates health risks to entertain the public." Cutting unnecessary words makes your writing sharper. Repetition is another red flag. If you notice the same word or idea appearing multiple times close together, it can make your writing feel heavy. Try to vary your language or combine similar ideas to keep things fresh and flowing smoothly. Be mindful of mixed metaphors or idioms. Using confusing images or combining phrases that don't fit together can make your writing unclear. For example, "Wake up and smell the coffee on the wall" doesn't make sense. Stick to one clear image or idea per sentence. Long strings of nouns can also trip you up. Phrases like investment growth stimulation projects are hard to understand. Break them into smaller parts or turn some nouns into verbs like projects to stimulate investment growth. Clichés and overused phrases can make your essay sound generic. Phrases like "whether it be" or "in spite of the fact that" sound stiff. Replace them with simple words like "if" or "despite" to keep your tone natural. Check for dangling modifiers. These happen when a descriptive phrase doesn't clearly connect to the word it describes. For example, "college students have a lot of pressure on them being high achievers" is unclear. Better, "being high achievers, college students face a lot of pressure." Unclear references are another issue. If a pronoun like "it," "they," or "this" doesn't have a clear subject, your sentence feels awkward. Make sure every pronoun clearly points back to the right noun. Lastly, avoid pretentious language. Using big words or formal phrases just to sound impressive can backfire. Write as you speak, in your natural voice. Authenticity is what makes your essay stand out. After you finish a draft, set it aside for a day. When you come back, read it aloud again. Mark any sentences that sound off. Ask a teacher, friend, or family member to read it and tell you where it feels confusing. Using grammar tools can help, but listening to your own ear and others, feedback is best. Revise by simplifying sentences, cutting repetition, and making ideas clearer. Each sentence should have one main point and connect smoothly to the next. Remember, clarity and honesty matter more than sounding overly formal. Practice spotting awkward sentences in sample essays or during test prep. The more you do it, the easier it becomes to write clean, engaging, and effective college essays.